Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am your host, Tambucha. So what you see here is my Grub bootloader that is automatically generated by CachyOS. And when you update your system, once in a while, it'll also regenerate this bootloader for you. And so if you have other operating systems installed, it may detect them when it updates. But unfortunately for me, it did not detect some other operating systems that I have installed on this computer. So I'm going to show you here in this video how I fixed that. So I have CachyOS running here on a 90 gig partition on a 250 SSD drive, 250 gigs, I should say. So I'm gonna go here to my bash rc file, and what you see here is an alias I made called fix grub, and what it does is it sudo copies my custom grub file and renames it to grub-config, and then it echoes out grub is now fixed. So to show you where the files are, I'm going to go to /boot/grub, if I can spell. And so this is the one that is automatically generated. This is a copy of the original file. And then this is my customized file. So in the customized file, I have alternate menu items. And I get these, well, this one is more complicated. I had to figure it out. But for TambuchaLinux, there was a time I installed it frugally on my system. I installed one of them, FossaPup. So it gave me all this here, a menu entry. So once I got a working menu entry, I back that up and I keep that in a separate file. So whenever I need it, I can add it to these grub menus here. And then this one here, I just basically copied. I made it myself. I copied this one and then I just added the different locations of where to find basically these two files here. The init file and I believe this is the kernel file. Also, I added these here for shutdown and restart. So I'm going to run that command now. So as you can see, it says grub menu is now fixed. Excuse me. I'm going to restart. It's just going to take a few seconds here. So here, now you can see I got TambuchaLinux, and I got a sub menu here for my puppies. If I hit escape, it'll go back. This will go to my BIOS, and this is the memory tester. These are self-explanatory. So to show that it works, I'm just going to go into one of my puppies here. By the way, this is not an overview of vanilla dpup, but if you guys like puppy, you're interested in a small lightweight system and you want to try it out, I recommend this version. I think it's a very good spin of TambuchaLinux. And the great thing about this one is the developer, he made it compatible with the command apt. So in like Debian based distros, you would do sudo apt or sudo apt get install, right? So, and the package name, for example, like Lunar, right? In Puppy, it runs as root. It's a little different. So you don't even need sudo. I'll hit that right now. And there you go. It's installed. Oh, it's already installed, but we'll remove this just so you can see that it works and is compatible with Debian packages, and it's compatible with apt, which most puppies are not. One thing though about Puppy is what I never liked about it is this default JWM window manager. I mean, it's okay, but it's not the greatest. It's not that polished, right? So I made this custom script here. I had IceWM with the help of GPT-3. I made this custom script. So it's got a XFCE here. So I'm gonna restart to show you my custom XFCE in vanilla depup. This is running frugally on an SSD, no, not an SSD, a regular spin drive, by the way. So that's one thing I like about Puppy. It's really fast, even on non-SSD drives. Now there is some like odd things here where in the beginning, Firefox, Steam, and some other apps were not in this internet folder. They were in the other folder, so I had to change these desktop files, the associated desktop files, to get them in this folder here, but that's not a deal breaker for me. And as you can see, if you put some work into it, you can make pretty much any distro look nice or to your liking. Can exit this now. And by the way, so sorry I got off in a little tangent, but the main purpose was basically just to show that you can fix your bootloader to load other distros or operating systems on your computer if they're not detected. And this is not just a CachyOS issue, by the way, like Debian-based. I've tried Debian-based distros. Fedora or Navara does not even detect Puppy also. So it's not specific to just CachyOS. I'm gonna go here. And by the way, if you fool around with these Grub loaders, these bootloaders, I recommend you have some sort of backup. For me, my backup is in the computer itself, so I have a Grub config for Navara as well, which I customized. So this is the Navara bootloader. So here it has the rescue one, the older kernel, slightly older, and the newest kernel. It has CachyOS here, and a submenu for my Puppy Linux as well. I'm just gonna run it so you guys can see that it works. And so one thing I like about Puppy is it runs in root, it detects all your drives, so you don't have to go into like, you know, when in full-blown desktops, other distros, these drives you'd have to go into your file manager and then you'd have to click on it, run as root, type your password, all that. This one is like you have full access out of the box. I can go to all my drives. This one here is my Navara folder, my Navara file system. This one here is my cache file system. There, that's my root that's my home folder for my cache, and then this is my file system folder for my cache. So that's a great thing I like about Puppy, that you have full access, full control, and you don't have to type in all those passwords and all that. And so you can access and copy back and forth really fast. This is the home partition for my Navara operating system. This is where my puppies reside. I got a backup partition where I put all my icons, config files, and stuff like that. So yeah, sorry I got in a little tangent there, but yeah, that was just a quick demonstration of how you can modify your Grub menu so you can detect your other operating systems. Now I know this might be a niche topic. Most people might not be running multi-distros like I do. You might have just one, or maybe you're dual booting Windows, but for someone like me who likes to distro hop, right? This is very handy for me. So I thought I would share it, and hopefully some of you out there who are in a similar situation might find it handy for you as well. But I'm going to sign off now, guys. And sorry if the quality of this video is not as good as the other ones. I had to use my phone to record because I have no way of recording in a program. I have no way of recording my actual bootloader screen other than my phone right now. But I hope it was somewhat educational and informative. So I'm going to sign off for now. Until next time, guys, take care, everybody.